Hi guys, and welcome to a new book review video. So today I'm going to be reviewing Tower of Dawn from Sarah J. Maas, and that's books number 6 of the Throne of Glass series. And why am I reviewing book number 6 before reviewing any of the other book? Well, I just finished reading Tower of Dawn, and of course I read the others, but the thing is I read them long ago because you have those books coming like one a year. So and it's a book number 6, but there is actually 7 because you need to read Assassin's Blade first. Because if you don't read Assassin's Blade, you're okay for the first book, but only kinda. But for the rest, like for book 5 and 6, they're going to be old, and you're going to be like, where the hell does all those characters come from? So yeah, I don't know if you've read this series or not. It's a very good series, and I really like it. And every year I read the book as soon as it comes out, and then I'm like, shit, I need to wait one more year to know the rest of the story. And this book was a little bit frustrating because instead of moving forward in the series, it's kind of a parallel to book 5. So basically at the end of book 4, characters sort of move apart, and then we have this book 5 with everything that happened with Eileen or Selena, whatever you want to call her, and with Manon and with Dorian. So in book 5 we have all the usual characters that we are used to, and they are in the grounds that we are also sort of used to. So you have book 4 and then you have book 5, and then at the same time Chaol is going with Nesryn somewhere else, and so you have book 6. So I'm expecting that book 7 is going to join everybody together again. So it's just like a node in the series. So it's not a series anymore, it's like a, I don't know. You see. That's sign. So anyway, I'm not reviewing the first books. I kind of wanted to actually review all the books in order and show them to you, like the review of all the books in order. But the problem with that is that if I want to do that, I need to go back and read them again, and they're really good, but I still don't want to do that because I have a lot more things to read on my to-read list. And I'm still reading stuff that are not on my to-read list anyway, so yeah, I don't actually want to reread them. Like, I could have like a quick refresh, that's also another possibility, like read my reviews on Goodreads and what I thought about that and make a video, but I decided, since I just finished Tower of Dawn and it's really fresh in my mind, I'm gonna go and review that one. So there are probably going to be spoilers. So anyway, so what happened is, like, Chaol and Nesryn are going to see the Kagan and to catch, like, they need an army basically to help Eileen. And the thing is, when they arrive there, they cannot just go like, hey, please give us an army, because it's kind of like, duh, what for? Nobody's attacking us. And at the same time, the youngest daughter of that king, emperor, whatever it is, Kagan's guy, he's dead. So first they arrive with something to demand, and they can't actually ask for it because it's not really polite to ask for an army. And at the same time they cannot really have an audience to talk about it like in a decent way because the daughter is dead. And that's so sad. I mean, like, when I heard that character was dead before we even met her, I was like, wow, that's so sad. Like, I kind of wanted to, I don't know why, but it's like, okay, I know that character and people die and stuff, but like, she seemed like a cool character, and she's already dead and you never met her. So anyway, so when they are there, being mess, and Chaol also lost the ability to walk, because last time he was at the castle and the castle sort of fell on his face, so he can't walk anymore. He was partially cured to like regain the motion of his arms and like upper body, but he cannot move his hips and everything down basically from there. So the second part that you want to have is to get like his body working again, so you need a healer. And basically like in where he comes from in Adderlands, they actually killed all the healer, and where they are now they haven't, because they still have magic there, but Adderland have magic again, but that's another story. So they still have magic there, and they have healers, and they have really good healers, including Hiren, who is from Adderland, kinda. So she's supposed to cure him, except she's really mad at him because he was under the king and they actually killed her mother. Yeah, I know that sucks. So first you have all those, that's kind of the setting. So you have Nesryn on the other side, who is in a relationship with Chaol, but they actually aren't, and that's a thing that's totally puzzled me about this book. It's like Chaol was with Haelin, right? And it was kind of a forever thing. Like, she said she was going to choose him, like always. And I mean, she had two other guys before him, and then he'd sort of developed naturally that she would get with him, and they were really good together, my point of view, right? And then she ended up with, in book 4, basically, she ended up with this Rowan guy, who is like her, basically. He's an elf, and I don't like him, first of all. Like, I think, like, one thing that really bothers the hell out of me is, like, why the hell do all the character needs to just jump into relationships as soon as it happens? It's like, so she meets this Rowan and she basically ends up with him, except she's not with him, but because she's still with Chaol, so she has to break up with Chaol, and then she's like, yeah, we cannot be together in Rowan, blah blah blah, and then she's with Rohan, basically. That was before. And then Chaol goes away and he's with Nesryn. And technically, for me, that part, Chaol being with Nesryn, never really made sense. Because I'm like, is he with Nesryn because he just can't get over the fact that Haelin is not 100% human? Really? Is that his big problem? Because on his side, that was the only problem. And technically, since he kind of got over it, that's not a problem anymore, right? So he should still be in love with Haelin, in a way. But he is with that Nesryn girl who we never really see all that much. So I'm annoyed by the fact that actually when Haelin was away, he was also sort of going astray with someone else. Except he probably didn't really. So that's a big blah, what the hell. So then, and that's the thing, so you have Chaol and Nesryn who are together, except, well, they're not having sex, basically. They're not touching each other that much, they're kind of want to have this big adventure in that other country, but he can't walk. So, and I think she got a problem with that. Like when she meet him, he's like this strong guy who can fight and stuff, like as best as a human can, compared to all the guy with magic and elf and stuff. But he's pretty good. And then he lost his leg. And I think that's a problem for Nesryn. And I mean, that's a problem for Chaol, first of all. And I think that's also a problem for Nesryn. And they're not together. So basically, we are in this sort of non-existing relationship. Because it's a relationship, even though it doesn't really exist, but it's still there. And, yeah. So technically, that's annoying me. And then Chaol is going to meet the healer, who is this girl from his own country, sort of, who really hates him because she believes that he's a bad guy because people, like soldiers from the country, killed her mother. And she has to heal him anyway because, like, the big boss at the tower of the healer say, you cure him. And so she's gonna work on it. And say, but basically he's a really good guy. So technically when they start talking, she kind of change her mind about the fact that everybody's bad. So the thing is, like, there is this, I think this is one of the books that is kind of slow. Because if you have like there's a book with Nemia where Eileen learn about all the weird key and stuff. You have this big mystery and it keeps on coming at you. In this book we have this big mystery, why is the princess dead for it? Like, was she murdered or not? It just so... Yes, no, maybe it's that guy, maybe it's that guy. So you have the Valk that you never see. It's like, how can they not see the Valk? I mean, how can they not know who the Valk prince is? Because, I mean, even if he's in the body of someone and he's like impersonating that person, when he starts killing people and hunting down people, he should be looking like that person doing something very weird. So when he hunted Hiren before, it should have been visible who was actually attacking her. But no, apparently not. So I'm kind of like, okay, so you have this big mystery, but it happened like there is 3 attacks in the entire book, and it's like 700, like it's hundreds of pages. 700? I don't remember how many pages, but it's really big. So I was kind of confused. I was like, okay, we are going around all the places. We are like, every single children of that Kagan has some special things, and they behave in a certain way. And they have like, so the girl, he's having the sheep, and there is like a guy who is in love with Irene who is having the horses, and you have the other guy who is having this bird thing, army. So they all have different parts. So kind of Chaol and Nesryn needs to be friends with those guys to make them want to help them for the war. And you have that small mystery that's kind of too small. And you have so much healing for Chaol. So basically you have all those healing for Chaol, and you know before it happens that Chaol and Irene are going to end up together. Sorry for the spoiler, guys, I warned you. But yeah, obviously they're going to end up together because that's what they do in this series. As soon as they meet someone new, they're gonna end up together. Guess what Nesryn do? Yes, same, exactly the same. She ended up with someone else. I don't know what's going on. I mean, maybe because they're young, maybe I'm getting too old, but like, they're just jumping from relationship to relationship. Like, Nesryn and Chaol don't really break up, like, don't have a clean breakup before jumping on another relationship. I mean, don't they understand, like, being alone for a while in between just to make sure you're not in a rebound relationship? I'm not sure. And it's like, oh, love at first sight type of thing. Like, the first time you took me on your bird, I fell in love with you. Yeah, right, okay, yeah, I know, like, I mean, if a guy take me on a bird, it would just take me on a bird. So, I don't know what's going on with those people, like Eileen getting with Rowan, Dorian with Saoirse, Dorian with Manon. Don't tell me you haven't seen that one coming. Oh, crap. I mean, do they really have to? Like, I mean, I could see Chaol getting ill by Irene and actually working his relationship with Nesryn, even so I don't like that relationship. But that would have made more sense, sort of, because he's like not jumping to be in love with someone he barely knows and marrying her straight away. Oops, auto spoiler. Yeah, I know. So you have, so yeah, and so much healing, so much healing, so much healing. And then there is not really any negotiation. So basically Chaol and Nesryn are in the palace doing nothing for the cause, just interacting with people, getting sort of pissed because other people are spying on them. Well, you're the foreigner in the palace, right? Kind of weird. So, like, all that kind of thing. I mean, I really like the book, that's the thing. I'm complaining like a crazy person but I really like the book at the same time, because it sort of made sense. Like, Chaol needed, like, Chaol and Nesryn needed not to be together, and I think that book does that really well. It kind of really well put in between them people who are actually gonna steal them away from each other. And so of course, while we're at it, they discover it's a Valk who actually attacked one of them, killed one of them, one of the princess attacked the other one, and almost killed the other one. And like, of course, Irene is this best healer of hell who is going to kill all the Valks with her magic by removing them from people. So yeah, Chaol comes back with like a clue how to kill the Valks, which is healer stuff, magic, an army, like everybody in the kingdom wants to go and fight, because Irene saw the princess and she said, the character say, I do like any favor you want, and she like, save my people. And so everybody's going, yeah, end of story. Wait 1 year for next book. And I'm like, oh crap. And it was kind of like, the way it's written is really good. I had a little bit of trouble going into it because I just finished Game of Thrones, and so the writing is so different that I had trouble getting into it. Especially because the relationships are so much faster in this book than in Game of Thrones. So yeah, that was one of the points. So it was really cool. Like, the thing that is really, really good about this book is that you have this dynamic in the palace. So you have this dynamic between Irene and the healers, you have this dynamic between Irene and Chaol, you have this dynamic between Chaol and the princess and the prince and stuff. And you also have like this dynamic between Nesryn, who goes somewhere with the flying prince, and you can see actually the settings. So they don't go there, get an army, come back. They actually go there and you can see the world there, how it's built, what's the interaction between people, the different kind of culture, and all that kind of stuff. So that's really cool. And the fact that it's a different type of creature, like you have those birds, flying birds, that's pretty nice too. So that like, that way they can have an army against the wyvern, because so far that's what was missing. And so I kind of like it. Like, I really like this story, it's pretty good. The only thing that annoys me a little bit is like the rushed relationship. And actually, since the entire book revolved into getting Chaol and Irene together basically, and getting Nesryn someone, because like imagine just a minute if you had like Nesryn being with Chaol and really, really wanting to be with him, and he fell in love with his healer because, well, hell, she got inside his mind and read his memory while healing him, and he saw some of hers too. So yeah, that's create a bond. I can, like, it's probably one of the best relationships ever created in that book. And Nesryn and the other guy, he's also not bad. And like, they go away for a while and they do a lot of shit together, so yeah, probably they're going to fall in love with each other. My only problem is like, none of the relationships in these books actually last long enough to be really called relationship. I mean, Celiana was with a guy and then he died, and then she's with Dorian, and then she's with Chaol, and then she's with Rohan, and like, give it a break. Like, I know you desperately need a partner, but can you just chill a little bit? And like, Dorian ended up with Sorsha, never saw that coming. And like, Nemia is dead, and that's like, she's the only one that did never get a boyfriend. So in that case, I'm like, yeah, if people are going to die, you don't give them a partner, but you still give a partner to Dorian, even so she's dead, and now he's going after Manon. Like, where is the grieving part? Oh, see my problem with the relationships. I'm like, hey, I mean, I wish people wouldn't just jump on each other, I guess. Like, yeah. And I mean, okay, it's fun to read. Yeah, it's fun to read. And I'm enjoying reading it even if I'm complaining about it. So that's my review for Tower of Dawn, I guess. I just wish there was more mystery and that it didn't get solved so quickly. That's my point. Like, of course they had to go to different places to find clues, but when they found a clue it was a little bit too quick. And I kind of like the fact that this book sort of go back to the, like, one of my favorite in the series, where they add like all those clues and Helen going in the, like, in the castle, moving around to find clues about the weird mark and the special room and stuff. I wish it had been a lot more of that instead of the healing part. Yeah. I mean, they could have gotten a lot more nice clues from the towers they visited when they were flying, like when Nesryn visited with her prince. They could have got a lot more clues there instead of just getting the story told by a spider. Because technically, I don't even know why, like maybe the spider was overconfident and telling them everything, but I don't know, they could have gotten clues before that happens. That would have been nice. But I guess it was more action centered than mystery centered, and love story centered than mystery centered, but yeah. Anyway, so next year in September or October we're going to have book number 7, book number 7, which is book number 8 because Assassin's Blade. You need to read Assassin's Blade. Anyway, so yeah guys, once again that's all for today. That's all. I'm going to quit here. So please subscribe and give me a thumb up and leave me your comment in the comment section below if you have read a book or not read a book, and yeah.